Hello, everyone. I am here not to tell you about prizes, but to tell you about my very favorite Kaizo fan game, Sayonara Mario World. I absolutely love this game. I love Kaizo, and this is my first Kaizo speedrun. Really excited to showcase this in, my absolute favorite event. And with me, I have my commentator and, of course, the wonderful developer of this game, Margot. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing all right. How are you, Court?
I'm super excited to get to just play this and show it off.
Yeah, I made this. It's pretty good.
It's very good. You're underselling it. And the sequel to this also just recently came out, and I played that as well. Really enjoyed it. It was much harder than this, but just as good. Just a smidge. Probably the hardest Kaizo game I've played. So coming back and learning the speedrun to the first one was so much fun. But I'm super excited to get into this. Thank you to everyone who helped meet the dolphin spin jumps incentive. I believe that was met, right, Phant?
It sure has been met.
Okay, awesome.
So you will do it. Good luck.
Yeah, we're gonna get some spinny action in the dolphin level. You'll know what the dolphin level is immediately. Don't worry. But I think we're pretty much ready to get into it. So I'm gonna erase my practice file, and Margot, if you wanna count me in, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's get it rolling in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Go Gators. So, Ever Fool, our hero seeks wild heart, from the name, of course, based off of Sayonara Wild Hearts, a game I still really need to play, because I love this game so much. And it's completely seen throughout all of it, but also, Margot's aesthetics are really pretty and great. So the very first level is just, spinny jumps, and Margot, you kind of want to talk about what you wanted to accomplish in this level as we get through it?
Yeah, so in the source material that inspired this game, Sayonara Wild Hearts by Samogo, that game more or less begins right away with you on a skateboard followed by you on a motorcycle. So the question I had to ask myself was, how do I translate motorcycle to Super Mario World? And the answer was these horrible rolling spinies that give people nightmares. So
yeah,
here we are. This level's pretty straightforward, though. This is something I designed a little bit earlier on in this game's development, and I really just wanted to kind of explore movement. You're kind of on a rail, you're just sort of holding forward and reacting to these kind of blind slope jumps. Mario does some weird stuff when you press the down button on slopes.
There it is.
Namely, he goes Neum, and you lose a lot of control, but his butt is very powerful, as we're about to see here. It can just go through spiny enemies, no problem. So really, this is my ode to the power of Mario's booty, because we all need to respect the booty.
We do, and we got this beautiful anti-troll here. If you just keep sliding, nothing will happen to you. If
Don't
you panic,
press any buttons, you're fine.
You get spiked. It's hilarious. I got owned.
Everyone gets owned. It's not
everyone
just
gets owned. That was the first level. I also just want to say, anytime I get a midway, please spam H. And also, we have time for a donation before we get into here.
Oh, absolutely. We got $500 from Dogs Making Woofles that simply says less than 3. And with that, we are only $320 away from meeting the Golden Berry incentive for Celeste. We're so close.
That's awesome.
You gotta get that Golden Berry chat. It's insane. It's
great.
Wing Golden is one of the few things that I'm legitimately proud of for doing as a gamer.
Yeah.
You have to see it. It's amazing.
And yeah, Carrie's gonna do it so fast. I was with her when she was practicing. It's gonna be a blast. But this second level is all about these evil little things from Yoshi's Island, right?
Super Mario Bros. 3, actually.
Oh, okay.
But yes,
right,
everyone's least favorite sprite, the elusive Parabeetle.
Oh my gosh, H! Wow,
Flygon,
that last jump is awful.
Making it look so much easier than it is. Yeah, that last jump is a nightmare casually.
Margot literally asked me, any places you're nervous about during the run? And I was like, yeah, the Yoshi jump at the end of the second level. But anytime you over worry about something, you just are gonna nail it in the run, so that's fine.
Yeah, they said that to me literally about 45 seconds before we went live, so you can see how founded that worry was.
Yeah, and the second half of this level is honestly pretty simple.
It's really free, yeah. I knew what I did. I apologize.
You apologize for that last jump, but you didn't apologize here. You gotta go, or the falling baby Yoshi will eat your platform. It's great. You also, if you jump, once you get out of the pipe, you're just gonna die. So you can see, Margot's a fan of end trolls, but at the same time, they're actually funny, so I like them.
Yeah, we like to have fun here. You know,
We really
it's fine. Just a casual little troll. So this is
exactly.
everybody's favorite level. This
It
is
is genuinely my favorite level.
this is Dolphin Guitar Hero. I feel like I could explain that, but I'll just let you watch and figure out what we mean. It's Guitar Hero. It's a good time.
It's Dolphin
made some
Guitar
people
Hero.
angrily
Yeah.
quit this game. It's no big deal.
I think it's probably a great time to just let donations roll.
Yeah, this
honestly.
is a good
Let's do
donation
it.
level. We're gonna be spinning here in a minute. It's gonna be fun.
We have $600 from the Yeti. Hey y'all, Yeti here. Here's another $600, all thanks to your orders of the official Flame Fatales tees, pens, and sticker packs. Thank you for your support. Good luck, Court. Let's go. Also, more Celeste. More Celeste, anyone? More Celeste?
More Celeste.
Yes, please. Thank you so much, the Yeti. Ma'am, can we get Celeste?
Ma'am, can we
Always
get
more
Celeste?
Celeste,
Come on.
please.
Come on, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I get in the door? That door's evil. It's so bad. But go ahead with more donations.
Yeah, we
while
have $25 from Flying Moo Cow. This event has been amazing. Thanks to everyone who has made it great. Less than 3. We also have $25 from Clawtist. Let's set a new Flame Fatales PB. And again,
Absolutely.
every donation you make is heading towards that bonus Celeste incentive. Can't wait to see it.
Cool.
Let's go. Let's go.
So yeah, the spin jumps make
And
that tighter.
really quick, we have met the Dashless Winged Golden Berry
Oh!
incentive. We
Let's
have done it.
go.
Nice. And we got to see those spin jumps. I got it first try. I've practiced that a lot. So if you don't know this, spin jumps are lower jumps than normal in Super Mario World. So it actually makes the jumps between those a bit tighter, especially in that ending section. And it looks super fancy. So thank you to everyone who donated for that incentive. Glad that the first 3 levels have been going really well. I'm super happy.
You've been crushing it so far. One of my goals as a creator of Mario fan games is to convince people that there are in fact times when you should spin jump even if you don't need to
Yes.
jump on an enemy that you can spin on. And I'm just so glad that I
Exactly.
was able to impart that wisdom to Court for that little display of talent.
Great. So I want to read this so everyone kind of knows what's going on. To free up your hands at the right moment, eat only stone in the woods and all that moves in the fort. So this Yoshi is stuck to me. This level's called Separation Anxiety. If you know the level Sticky Keys, it's kind of like that. But we got Yoshi here. So I need to just eat everything with stone in the first half. So all of these Bowser statues and then all the moving things in the second half. So that message box is there. So you're not just like, why is she only eating some of the stuff, not the other stuff? So it becomes Big Yoshi at the absolute correct time. Because if it happens a little bit earlier, Yoshi will go to the moon. And it's really funny.
Like literally go to the moon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yoshi
yeah.
will just get stuck and start flying upwards. And
Yoshi will go back to his home planet.
he will go back to his home planet. There's a beautiful clip of that on my Twitch channel, and I'm just like didn't understand what was gonna happen. It was amazing. It was great.
Sending Yoshi home is very beautiful, but it's also very slow, which is why we unfortunately cannot spend the time to do it here.
To demonstrate, yeah, exactly. So here we got the second half. We got a fast auto scroller going. We got the H. Remember, every time I get the midway, just spam the H's in chat. Also spam donations. I would take that.
H. Speaking of donations, we got $25 from Guerline that simply says, the power of Mario's booty.
Yes. Go ahead with another one.
We've got $25 from Gossip Greg. Good luck to frozenflygone on showcasing one of the best Kaizo games.
Hi, Greg.
Greg,
That's a
I'm
record
making
holder.
our heart hands, but you can't
yeah,
see
right?
me, but
Like-
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it in my soul.
Yeah.
Go ahead with another one until I get out of this level.
We have $500 from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you so much because all these donations we are now under $20,000 from meeting that bonus milestone incentive. We also have $25 from Corvume. Hi, this is my only way to get into contact with Court right now. Did you say you haven't played Sayonara Wild Hearts, the award-winning bisexual fever dream masquerading as a rhythm game? Play it. Play it now. Angry face.
I think I need to stop this speedrun and go play the game based on that description. Is that
Corey May's
good with everyone in the studio?
sublime. I could not have put it any better myself.
I got my Bible on and everything. Like, hold on, hold the phone. Keep going. This second half Yoshi can be mean.
We've got $100 from Himmelnets. Great cause and great runs. Thank you so much.
Margot, why does Mario sometimes get stuck to the floor? I heard the jump sound. Any tips there?
Because because off good game? Because
because Super Mario World is fantastic and well designed. I see.
yeah, so when you're playing with these fast auto scrollers, where the screen gradually accelerates, eventually you hit a top speed where even if you press the jump button, Mario's moving too fast, so the game just eats your jump input.
There we go.
And that is what is on display at the end of this level on occasion.
Yeah, it was a level that was never really a problem for me. And then I would be doing, PB attempts, and I just could not get Mario to jump at the end. I was like, ma'am, please jump.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Ma'am.
We need to get out of the Wendy's.
we gotta go. This upcoming level, Dead Can Dance, first of all, please get your jam emotes ready in the chat. We've got some Crypto the Necrodancer music. And tread lightly in the place ahead, for the heart is a fragile thing. So we've got these really cool, one-step platforms here. We got some music rolling, and we have a very difficult boss.
Wait, was that a less than 3 there?
Yeah, we got a little less than 3. Exactly. I love this level. It's definitely a step up in difficulty casually, but the first half of this becomes very consistent, and then the Boo boss is incredibly difficult still.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the harder levels in this game. I don't know why I put it dead in the middle, but sometimes you make decisions. Think of it as like Celestial Resort, right? Like, why is it way harder than Old Site and Forsaken City? Shrug, that's the answer.
I like it. I think it's a good pace.
It's honestly a good level. I think it breaks up the flow pretty well. It's very traditional platforming, just with a couple French vanilla gimmicks.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it's more traditionalist is kind of why I stepped up the difficulty, because you're not having to learn any crazy gimmick. It's all just sort of vanilla platforming. It's just really tight and hard.
Yeah. This boss took me over 2 hours to beat the first time. So first of all, throw blocks are horrible.
Throw blocks are terrible. Welcome to the party.
Yeah. And then the Tunnel of Frick right here is so hard. So you have to spin jump on that 3 times. Get that block, throw it in the right place. Then you gotta throw the block here. I missed. So every single time you hit the Boo, it changes the thing from on to off. And every single time that you hit obviously you hit the on off, it hits on off, right? But those things combined, it's it's like a really cool platformer boss all in one. It also just happens to be incredibly challenging.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the longest sections in this game as well, which compounds its difficulty a little bit on top of the fact that it already is just more difficult because you're doing some item stuff that you don't really have to tackle in most of the rest of the game.
Yeah, but feel free to roll with some donations as I hopefully get to the end.
I'm trying to recover. For some reason, Tunnel of Frick was the funniest thing I've heard all week, and I can't.
Well, I would like you to know that's not what it's actually called, and I just came up with that because I think it's funny.
I mean, that's headcanon now. It's the Tunnel of Frick now.
It's the Tunnel of Frick.
We have $5 for Field 94. Less than 3. Less than 3. Less than 3. Thank you so much, Field. We also have $25 from Achilles. Hey, everyone. If you have not seen the amazingness that is Sayonara Mario World, you will love this run. Chat, are you loving this run? I want to see some 1s, or, you know what? Actually, take that back. I want to see some less than 3s in chat if you are having a wonderful time watching this run. As much as Court enjoys playing it.
Or some Faith Pops. I'm a big fan of Faith Pop.
Faith Pops, you know what? Sure. Why not? 1s,
Sure.
less than 3s, Faith Pop.
All the above.
All of the above, even. Choose your favorite.
All right, come on. So yeah, you can see every time I'm doing this, the ghost is kind of in a separate spot. I don't really have enough understanding of the Super Mario World video game to know why that happens, but
it's based on when you hit it with the second block, but it doesn't really matter that much because,
it's painful no matter what,
We're moving
honestly.
on.
Yeah, it's painful no matter what. My favorite is when you do it and then the ghost just ends up right in front of Mario and it's just like, hi, I'm gonna be in your entire hitbox now. How do you feel about that? And I'm like,
oh, you're dead? Okay, bye.
Okay, I'm dead. Understood.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. So, Mirror Reaper's a really interesting level. Basically, we have the skull platforms, but we also have this homing Podobo. And I need to be spin jump on it as I kind of traverse through the level. So it's very cycle based, but there's not really, honestly, a ton to explain unless Margot, you have any insight into why you made this level this way.
Not really. It's I guess the only really noteworthy thing about this section is that So in vanilla Super Mario World, these Potobos jump out of the lava at slightly random intervals, because again, Mario World is a very, very good video game that certainly doesn't show its age at 30 plus years old. No, absolutely
No.
not. And rather than fix that, because at the time I was not experienced enough to know how to fix that, what I did is I just made it so that the seed of randomness that the level generates is the same every time you load into it. So the intervals at which it jumps are random, but they're all where you need to jump anyway to beat the level, so they don't feel random.
Yeah. I love that ending. That ending always like looks super spicy.
Yeah, that ending rules. That's like everyone's favorite trick in the game.
It's so good. And then here, like, I don't have a lot of experience with Fire Flower. So if you don't know, I'm controlling the skeleton raft. And we also got some Fire Flower action going on here. I think this second half confused me for a while because I just had never really had a ton of experience with it. But now it's like one of the most consistent parts of the speedrun for me. Yeah,
one of the things Court just did there and made look really easy is a little bit of a mind game trick where Mario will always auto-fire fireballs when he's spinning unless there are already the max number of fireballs on screen, which is 2. So she discharged 2 fireballs and then spam jumped onto the fish so that she wouldn't kill it with a fireball.
Exactly. All right, now we're heading to... So I said the dolphin level was my favorite level, but I lied. This is my favorite level.
This is the best level.
This is Gym Buddies.
This is the YMCA. Everybody have fun at the YMCA. Let's go.
Yeah, so it's all just one-screen challenges with chucks. And, I'm just going to let Phant roll a little bit with donations because I think you can just watch what's happening and it's fun.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Gosh, I'm still just amazed, this is even possible, Court.
Thank you.
So good. We have $50 from Yukupo, less than 3. I love this. We have $2 from More Celeste, ? No comment, but I think we've heard enough. Yes, let's get towards that $127,000 milestone incentive to see yet more Celeste. Celeste is always a good time. You can never say no to More Celeste, right, Court?
Yeah, I think I might be a little bit biased. I've played that game a little bit, not a ton.
Just a little bit.
But I think this run is going to be really fun because both of the runners are super cool and Celeste rocks. That's all I got.
Celeste does indeed rock.
We have $25 from Flying Moo Cow. This event has been amazing. Thanks to everyone who has made it great. Less than 3.
Yeah, keep going. We're chilling.
We also have $25 from Negotiator. Whoop whoop. And I want to bring attention to everybody that we have our next bonus incentive up now.
Okay.
If we reach $10,000 raised towards this incentive, we're going to be adding the Super Mario World 11 exit run to the Super Mario All-Star Shuffler at the end of the marathon. If you don't know what that is, Skybills is going to be running through 4, and if this incentive is met, 5 classic 2D Mario games, where it shuffles randomly between them every 30 to 60 seconds, and she's going to beat them all in under an hour and a half. It's going to be an incredible run. You want to see Super Mario World as part of that, I guarantee it.
Absolutely. I mean, Super Mario World is a fantastic game, as we were talking about.
Mario...
Yeah, I mean, what we're looking at now is kind of like Super Mario World. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's adjacent, I would say, yeah.
better and super queer. I think, that's just better twice, though.
Absolutely. But seriously, y'all need to see Mario Shuffler and as much of it as we can fit in. It's a laugh riot. It's incredible.
It's gonna be amazing. Sky's amazing. It is just the perfect finale to this. All the runs today have just been so fantastic, and I'm super happy also to be able to show this off because Kaizo is kind of a unless you're in it can sometimes be really hard to understand what's going on. But I feel like this game is just you look at it and you're like, okay, I see that looks hard, but I also understand what's going on. This level is just so funny because you just have each little screen, you gotta chuck, you gotta figure out how to get the key and get out. And I love the structure. Oh, almost. And probably time for one more donation, then we'll talk about the next level.
We have $25 from Flying Moo Cow. This event has been amazing. Thanks to everyone who has made it great. Less than 3.
Oh, come on. Come on, Mario. Come on.
Yeah.
Football
Chad, I'll
just-
never get tired of reading these less than 3 donations. Thank you all so much.
Mario! Hit the button! Oh my gosh.
Mario, sir?
Sir? Ma'am? Ma'am? No! Then I die. But I love that this level, like, since you get a checkpoint at every single one, it's really fun both casually and in the speed run because, you know, they're tough, but when they die, it feels very Celeste-like of like, all right, I'll just reset this one, no big deal. It's not as punishing as a lot of the other levels. And there's a sequel to this one in Sayonara 2, because of course there is, and it was amazing. It was really, really fun.
I was just about to mention that one of the pieces of feedback I got from a lot of people after they played this level was, I'd really love to see you make a harder version of this. So in the sequel, I made a harder version of this.
Yeah. This last jump always scares me.
The last jump is so scary, and that spike on the right there deserves overtime pay. It does so much work.
Yes, it does. And we got a little orb helmet thingamajigger, so there we go. I love that level. Really, really fun.
GG. Very good, gym buddies.
Absolutely. I got stuck in that one little throw block level, but I blame throw blocks because they're awful. So
Room 3 is far and away the hardest room as well, so doing fine. And now you get the freebie. This is circular logic. This is everybody's, like, favorite level casually. It's also the easiest level in the game by, like, a significant margin. So it's a nice little breather after, like, 2 or 3 pretty intense levels.
It is. We got the screen wrap. It's just like a fun little interlude. That's what I like the pacing of this game, because it's not just okay, you get to the next level and it gets harder, because that's exhausting. You get to the next level and it's something just different. And so here...
I very deliberately designed the difficulty curve for this game to be a sine wave.
Yeah.
So it kind of just goes up and down throughout the whole thing and ends on sort of an up note.
Exactly.
What we saw at the end there is what happens if you go through that end wrapping part too slow. The P-switch turns on you, and you just have to slide along a wall.
Yeah, that's rare that happens. The timer's pretty generous, but I just took too long in one of the... Here, you want to, like, basically skip these two, and it makes it... I had plenty of time there. And I love... oh, wait a second. I was already jumping to the third room, but now we're just going up with side-to-side screen wrap, which is cool.
You were jumping to the third room because if you blink, this room's gonna be gone. This room's really cool. It's just very short.
It is. It's short. It's not too bad. It's mostly what I love about this that I actually like stole in a Celeste map that I haven't released yet is the jumping through the screen transition to the other side, because I think that's just so sick.
Unreleased Court Celeste map, eyes emoji.
Unreleased someday. So yeah, I've never made anything in Lunar Magic, never made anything for Super Mario World, but I do make maps in Celeste, and a lot of them are super inspired by, you know, Kaizo things. So I made Quickie Mountain 2 and 1, which were based on Quickie World 1 and 2 by Valdio. So like the crossover between the SMW and the Celeste community is like really beautiful. And, you know, even the crossover between SMW and VVV, we got a gravity level here.
Speaking of the crossover between these Celeste and Mario communities, it's possible that mayhaps I released a game with someone who could allegedly be the creator of Celeste yesterday morning. I don't know. I've been told that that's a possibility.
Oh wow, we gotta check in on that. Very excited to play that, allegedly. And I had such a blast. I had the honor of commentating the SMW Kaizo Relay at SGDQ, and that was such a love letter to the Kaizo community. It was so beautiful, and so now to be playing my favorite Kaizo game here at FF is really, really fun. This fire trick is disgustingly hard. It's the worst part of this half by far for me. Especially because when the gravity is sweeping. Oh. Nope. Ugh, and that jump is so hard. I really need to be like, the problem is I have to basically like spin jump as I'm getting the gravity switched on me, and then I need to set up with the fire being on the right side, like being really on the right side of the fire. It's quite challenging, and like this is probably one of the levels I've practiced the most. It's just so hard. So let's get some donations while I get through this.
We got $25 from Anonymous that says more Celeste. Now remember, we need to hit that milestone incentive by the end of Celeste all cassettes to meet that incentive. We can do it. I think we are just about $18,000 away from that milestone incentive. We also have $3 from Fur Mats. E greater than less than 3. It's supposed to be a bow. Let's go, frozenflygone. This run is magical. I'm going to type this in chat and it is a bow. It totally is a bow. This is incredible.
I have to say, just to clarify, if anyone's like, where are all the bows? It's just for the prize segments. I can't, if this run is hard enough. I think it would be pretty difficult with 18 bows on my head. Just saying. I would do it, but it would be hard.
We have $25 from Bean Flygon. This whole event has been such a blast, and Court, you've been doing such an amazing job making it all happen. I'm so glad you got the chance to take a break for a bit by playing this super laid-back and relaxing game. Good luck, less than 3.
I love you. That's my husband.
What's funny is that compared to a lot of the Mario fan games that Court has played lately, this one actually is pretty laid back and relaxing.
It is! I've been playing some nonsense. I played Sayonara 2. I'm currently playing Grand Prix World 2 on stream if you're interested in watching that. And so this is actually much easier, but of course, speedrunning things is hard. So, well, ma'am, why can't I hit the switch?
Ma'am.
So, I've been told that that's just like a solid brick, too. It's not even a real switch.
Yeah, it acts like a concrete block, so even if somehow you managed to get your way down there, it would do nothing.
It would do absolutely nothing.
It's just there for smiles.
I love it. This second half is actually harder than the first half. So the first half has a few funky things. I love the ending of that first half. I think it looks super cool. The ending of the second half is no different, but we have more throw blocks. We have the coolest shell jump you'll ever see in your life that I just missed. Wait for it. Don't worry.
I'm waiting?
Yeah. It's,
Ma'am, I'm waiting.
Ma'am, I'm waiting. Ma'am, just get the shell jump, please.
Do you think that one's cooler than the one at the end? The tip kick at the end? I don't know.
Yeah, because I hate that one.
fair
I'm just
enough.
mad about it. I like the first one because it looks cool and it's not too bad. But yeah, you kick it like there, it activates the switch. Oh, I'm just gonna, it's okay. Basically, items are already something that I'm not like super strong in Kaizo. Everyone kind of has their own strengths and weaknesses. Levels that are just pure platforming, I can blaze through no problem because I have a lot of platforming experience and I'm good at reading those kinds of things. Items are definitely not my strength. So not only does this have gravity, this has a bunch of different items. So there we go. You get to do that. And I really love that trick.
The way I kind of think about item stuff in Kaizo games is that items are where Kaizo starts to feel less like a Mario game and more like a fighting game.
Yeah.
It's all about very specific, like, micro inputs and input timing and button combinations and, like, even to the point where you're doing things like plinking like you would in, like, Street Fighter to, like, make shell tech work. And it can be really hard in the context of a challenging level to sort of flip your brain back and forth between, like, fighting game inputs and, like, raw platforming. And I think that's where, like, a lot of item levels get really difficult. And this one, because it also is upside-down platforming and item tricks, is just an entire another layer added on top of it.
It's completely brain-breaking the first time you play the second half of this level. And the trick you're seeing me fail at the end, what sometimes happens is that Mario will, when I'm trying to, I do the shell kick, Mario will actually hit the on-off switch again, and I get sucked back into the ceiling. And what I think I need to do is just wait on the regrab, but it's so hard to do that. It's so hard to do that. So.
Yeah, that last trick is, I feel like it's one of those things, and I feel like Celeste has a lot of this too, for people who are more familiar with that, where you're either going to get it first try, or you're going to get it 10th try, and it's not going to be anywhere in between those things.
Yeah, because like again, just like we were talking about the the Yoshi trick at the end of the second level. I got that first try. That's one of the tricks I've practiced the most. Same with this. This is one of the tricks I've practiced the most, and in my PB run, I did get it first try. But, you know, just get a little stuck here, but that's not a big deal. That is super natural in Kaizo speedrunning. But that also just means there's more time to get more Celeste and more donations.
We got $25 from Rin. What? More Celeste, you say? Yes, please. E greater than, less than 3, less than 3. We have $5 from Cassasaur. Hello from Minnesota. Congrats to frozenflygone and everyone involved for another great event. Putting my donation toward more Wario World and more Marathon. Ooh, Bergie.
Bergie! Yeah, just keep rolling until we get out of here.
We have $125 from Kite Rider. 11 exit in a randomizer. Well, that just sounds like a good time. And we have already blazed past $600 on that $10,000 incentive for the finale of the event. We have $5 from Flying Moo Cow. Can we get shoutouts for frozenflygone for literally being everywhere this Flame Fatalis? How do you do it, Court?
I mean, it makes sense. I am the event lead, so it's like I gotta be running around, right? But also I do love it. I really appreciate everyone who is here at the studio working with me with all the things that I am good at and all the things I might not be the best at. And we're gonna learn and grow and get even better next time. Continue to grow this amazing event and like all the runners, all the volunteers. Mario! Okay,
Mario,
so I did the first
please.
part of that correctly, finally. But the thing is, once you clear the kick, you then have to actually get Mario on top of the shell. You know, it's kind of critical to the shell jump is having Mario get the jump off of the shell. I know, it's in the name, but that one is really, really tricky because if you re-grab too soon, you're going to encounter the problem I've been having where Mario just bashes his head into the on block again. But if you do it too late, you miss the shell. So you can kind of like, this is almost honestly kind of good because I think sometimes when you're watching a Kaizo speedrun, you're like, wow, okay, they just flew through that. I don't really understand why that was hard. But this is hard.
Yeah, Kaizo's real hard. Item stuff is real hard. This was also sort of the beginning of my current love affair with quadrilateral trick building, where you force the player to focus on like 4 different visual points on the screen simultaneously for every trick. So sorry everybody, but it all started here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to keep track of. And again, like as we were talking about with the whole gravity thing, it completely like, changes how Mario functions in terms of regrabs, and it's something.
Yeah, Mario World physics are just completely distinct in my mind compared to basically every other platformer because they're just like a little bit more flexible and a little bit more nuanced and always in like very not intuitive ways. And so when you do anything to them, like turn the player upside down, let's go.
Finally! Get out of here!
It can be a bit of a wall sometimes.
Oh, I didn't get the yum. That's okay.
Yeah.
It do be like that.
Yum schmump. We're out. We out.
That ending is one of those sticking points where it can be really, really tough to get out. Also, the Kaizo regression is a thing where it's like you are really, really good at a trick. It's totally fine. And then the next time you tackle it, it just is, such a roadblock. But at the same time, got through it. Super happy with how that went. And now we get to visit some penguins.
This is the level with everybody's favorite jump in the game. Definitely not being facetious. Definitely not winking.
Not something I have been, having to deal. So you can see there. Not only do you need to not only do you need to get the jump off the bumpty. All right, you got that. You need to not hit the swamp. And that's a problem. And you also need to not go off the left side. I'm just showing you all what not to do on this bumpty jump. So when you get here in your Sayonara Mario World speedrun, you'll be fine.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Phant, you gonna try this out?
Providing the service courts.
Yeah, see? And then this is how you do it correctly. It was all pre-planned. Everything's a bit.
Third try, easy. Let's go.
Oh, okay. So that last part is extremely difficult because going from having Mario in the mushroom state to the not mushroom state, there's the freeze frames. And also, from the not, I don't know why I ducked there. Going from small to large also has the freeze frames. So in that portion, you basically have to anticipate when the freeze frames are going to end. So you jump on the munchers when you have invincibility. It's very hard.
And on top of that, Mario doesn't have a graphic for half of the iframes that follow the freeze frames. So very often you have to press the A button immediately after the game unpauses and while you cannot see the character sprite. But no pressure.
No pressure. I mean, I don't. With all those things in mind, it's kind of just like, wow, what a trick someone made. That's funny.
Who would do such a thing, really? This seems pretty cursed.
We're all looking for the ma'am who did this. But this jump is definitely something I've practiced a ton. So I actually do find the invincibility muncher part harder now. But at the same time, you can definitely set yourself up for success by being kind of closer to the left side because you have more time after the iframes to jump. But this is another time, anything you want to talk about, Phant, till we get to the H. And I want everyone to just scream H because then we'll be out of here. But go ahead.
All right, H, eventually. Soon. Soon TM.
Soon TM.
We have an anonymous $150 donation. Frozen and Crarium back-to-back with SMW and Celeste. Huge less than 3. Love this event. Thanks to all. We also have less than 3, $25 donation from Jules. Thank you so much. Reminder, everybody, to meet that milestone incentive, we only have until the end of Celeste All Cassettes, which is coming up after Sayonara Mario World here. So be sure to get your donations in if you want to see that run. We have a $100 donation from Char Bunny. frozenflygone, you are fantastic and amazing at so many things. Less than 3, thank you for being awesome.
Thanks, Char Bunny.
We have $100 from Chase with no comment. Thank you so much, because again, everything donated is heading towards that milestone incentive.
Absolutely. We want to see more Celeste, and we got the H, so that's great. The first half, the first half that bumped you level. Shout outs to that fish. I don't think I've ever gotten hit by that fish in a speedrun, fingers crossed, but it's very funny. I love it. I like the fish just being around in the snow. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Does Yoshi ever get to live, Court?
Does Yoshi ever get to live? That's a Margot question.
Yes, actually, you give him an entire haunted mansion to live in level 4 of this game.
That's true. We didn't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they all chill there. It's fine. The pits aren't death. They're just They're just a bus to the mansion that they all live in. It's fine.
They all live there. Yeah. This is definitely not just said because, for legal sake for shoujo.
Yeah, I'm definitely not just trying to protect shoujo right now. No.
No. All right, so this is Amethyst Acropolis, named after Amethyst Rocks, close friends of both me and Margot, and the person
her Acropolis smile.
Her Acropolis smile. I literally would not have started streaming, playing Super Mario World, speedrun, any of that stuff if I didn't know her, really. And this level also rules and is super beautiful and actually has a speedrun skip. So we saw that first half. The first half is mostly just getting you used to how these bubbles work. You can see the green ones do the boingy and the purple ones are just kind of like platforms, but they move. So here, you're supposed to get this mushroom and I'm going to say like nah. And that way, I just missed that. But if you're not big Mario, when you land on the yellow blocks, you're not going to crush them. And we're just going to run our way to the door. The intended solution, I honestly don't remember anymore, but it involves a lot more backtracking with the bubbles.
Yeah, the best thing about this skip, well, there's lots of good things about it. 1, it's faster than the intended strat. 2, it's way easier than the intended strat. 3, Amethyst was one of the testers for this game, so I can actually blame Amethyst for the Amethyst skip, which is fantastic.
And this is probably my favorite. I think this is my favorite boss in the run. There's a lot of opportunity for double hits. I'm going to be trying to go for them as much as possible. Basically, Resinor bosses rule, Margot Resinor bosses rule, and you just got to jump between these bubbles, and it's super fun.
Imagine putting actual speed tech in your boss fight. Crazy. Couldn't be me.
Could be you. It's great.
Oh yeah, it is
such
me.
a thing.
Oh wait, I did that. there's a reason Margot is just one of the best game designers out there. It's true.
G-Banks, G-Shocks.
Good. Yeah, this is probably a good time for donations while I just boop our little Reznor friendos.
We have a $10 donation from Megan. Less than 3. Chat, you know, I really ask you all for less than 3 so often, but I want to see some more faith pops. Probably my favorite. It's definitely my I was kind of going on between that and GDQ spin on which one was my favorite emote, but it's faith pop.
She's just popping. She's so cute.
She's just popping all the time. It's wonderful.
And like, shout out to the social media team. If you look, not only on GDQ's Twitter, but if you go to their Instagram and TikTok, there have been so many incredible memes this event. Like, Ariangel and Elena, our social media leads, are doing just such an incredible job. It feels like the memes are unified across the entire like server and event, and we're just having a great time. Like, so huge shout out, ma'am. huge shout outs to the ma'ams on the social media team right now. But yeah, this is an auto run level, as you can see. I'm not holding any directions. I'm just jumping and stuff, for the beginning there. And it's got pea balloons, which at first you're like, they're only a little cursed because of the auto run. They actually work pretty well together. But
they actually work better here than they do in the vanilla game. Which is pretty great.
They definitely do. It's still very difficult. This level being named Victory Road is like very, very topical. It's it's the last thing before you get into the final zone. And this level is honestly quite difficult for me in the speedrun, especially the second half. The second half has a lot of stuff going on.
The second half has some item stuff that is unique. Let's go with unique.
Yeah, I was gonna say questionable, but I think unique is probably better.
Oh my gosh, Margot, are these Pokeballs like popping the balloon? No. Okay.
No, I wish.
They're making me so nervous every time she goes through them. Like, she's gonna get hit now. But
there was actually an initial like visual design for this that did have the cactuses popping the balloon, but then it became too difficult to distinguish between the foreground ones, the background ones, and the enemy ones, so I scaled it back a little bit.
Fair enough. This level's like really neat to figure out, though. It is definitely a situation where you need to like perfect your regrabs, and how regrabs work with pea balloons is definitely interesting as well. And then we just
what Court's trying to say is they don't really.
They get in the door, Mario. Okay. There's nothing more heartbreaking than having 6 doors, and Mario says no to every single one of them.
I feel like everyone plays this level and like gets first door on their first casual attempt, and it's like, did you really need 6 doors? And then they play it again, and they're like, yes, actually you did. I'm sorry, I take it back. Keep the doors.
You know what? I really did. And that's definitely happened to me in the speedrun, where it's like, okay, most of the time I do get in the first door, and then sometimes I'm like, bless, I needed all of those.
I cannot tell you how many times I have missed all 6 of the doors. It is like well into the double digits. Like, it's,
yeah, exactly. Pipes and doors are evil, especially in an auto level.
Name a better couple.
Name a better combination. But yeah, this is a great time for more donations as we're running through here.
I got a quick update for you on the 11 exit bonus game to be added to the All-Star Shuffler at the end of the marathon. We're already past $800 of that $10,000 incentive. And if met, it's just going to add yet more Mario, completing that like SNES and NES set of Mario games. It's going to be wonderful, I promise.
That's going to be so much fun. The Shuffler is going to be an incredible time. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure we can see even more of that and more games than that. Okay, here we go. So we're heading to the last 2 levels, and these are 2 really incredible levels. Like when I played this game for the first time, I like got teary-eyed at the end. This part is really, really beautiful. So the first of this couplet, we have the Wild Hearts Litany, and right before this, Margot was like, "Well, there's not any RNG in this game," and I was like, well, what about the RNG castle at the end? How about that?
Listen. So yeah, this is an RNG castle, but it's an RNG castle with a twist. In most Super Mario World fan games where there's an RNG castle, if you die at any point, you have to start back over at the beginning, and usually that is a very bad feeling that nobody likes, especially when it's hard, like Kaizo hacks always are. This one is an RNG castle with checkpoints after you clear every section.
Yeah.
So it's probably
great.
most people's least painfully remembered RNG castle experience because I showed a little bit of mercy and added some midways.
Well, I like that though, because then you were able to kind of flesh out each section more.
Yeah,
and
they get to be way more in depth and like interesting because you only have to do any of them once. And it also lets there be a little bit of replay value, whereas there normally isn't a ton in these sort of fan games. Because it means that there's lots of paths to explore if you ever go back through this level again.
Exactly, and I love that, obviously that it harkens back to each of the different sections we've seen, but does its own little twist on them, which is fun. I think it's just really, really great. Always gotta dodge that. Always gotta dodge that fire. You can get in there beforehand, but it's kind of scary.
You're getting all the good rooms.
I'm getting all the good, yeah. The Yoshi room is not hard, but it's definitely not the fastest, but it's easy. I'll take it. This room is both fast and easy. And the spiky room, this room is great.
It's not Chuck room fast, but it's really cool to look at. So at least we've got that.
I really like this room. The Yoshi Key room is actually really fun as well. I liked figuring out how to get through that room was a cool experience. And the spiny room, I think if you run fast, you're pretty much guaranteed to get it. So I always try and get the spiny room.
The spiny room is also the fastest of the room ones, so it's like doubly the best.
And least painful. Like the dolphin one is really hard. And the Buzzy Beetle one is like, I can get stuck there. It's scary.
It's kind of janky.
Yeah. Buzzy Beetles have really excellent hitboxes, especially when you're going upwards on them. So it's an upwards Buzzy Beetle room. It's something.
Especially with a vanilla camera that doesn't really know what to do with that sort of vertical movement. And Bumpty room to finish it off.
And I got the Bumpty room with not only does this one look awesome.
It's so free.
It's really fast and pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah, so this is just a memory test. Like, you're literally just learning when to press the back button, and then you press the back button, and then you win. It's great. It's super good to get in the speed run. That door looks really scary.
It's not.
Yeah, it's super safe. And that's it. Yeah.
Love that level so much.
PG. And as we get on to the next level, I want to remind everybody that every single donation right now goes towards that milestone incentive to get us towards that bonus Celeste game after the next round. So that needs to be met by the end of Celeste All Cassettes, which is coming up right after Sayonara Mario World.
Yeah.
And donations like this $75 donation from Zokuboon, saying shout outs to the Mario with the shuffling X's inside, are going all to that incentive.
How far are we on the way? What's our donation total currently?
Our donation total currently is at $109,850. All right. So we are just about to cross that 110,000.
Let's get to 110. I'm gonna race you, chat. I have to get through the final level, which consists of a few platforming sections and a few boss fights, and you have to donate. That's it,
Sounds like an easy win for you, chat. You can do it.
I love this level. So, of course, like, talking about the influence from the Sayonara Wild Hearts, the palette in this level is absolutely gorgeous, and it's such a fun level to practice. And also, there's RNG in this level, too. And there's some tough boss fights in here. I'm obviously hoping to roll the boss fights I'm most comfortable with, but at this point, I have, practiced and encountered all of them, so we should be fine. So you're gonna see here for the first one. Oh, the first one is the hardest one. So
of course, it's a marathon. Of course, this would be the first one.
Yep, but it also can be very fast because I can do double hits. I literally one time was like practicing this game, and I was like, Margot, like how do I beat this? I never encountered this one. what do I do?
Yeah, I got like a 6 a.m. my time DM from Cora that was like, hello, how do I beat this?
I'm playing. So the tricky part about this is that if you jump too high, you obviously hit the on-off block, right? But you have to do that to drop the other ones, and then you have to throw it in the right timing. And it's pretty hard to do, but you can see it. You get double hits if you do it correctly. All right, that one's not gonna work. Oh, come on. See, I was just barely too late on that throw, so Mario fell through. I find this one really hard for me to time perfectly.
Yeah, there's a triple hit strat for this one too, but it is so ungodly tight and annoying, and if you mess up once, you pretty much just die, and it often generates lag, so it's I would say not worth it outside of it looks really cool on the off chance that it works. Double hits are much, much safer.
Yeah. This boss is very difficult.
On the plus side, because this is first, that means that whatever you get next is going to be easy peasy comparatively.
Yeah, it's going to be better than the one we're doing right now. Come on, I was setting up good for that. The heart knew what was going on. All right, as we're getting through this, keep going with the donations. If chat's racing me.
Yeah, we've done it.
Oh, what? Oh, okay, just because I got the hardest boss. That's all.
We've gone past. We've blown past $1,000 of the $10,000 for the Super Mario World 11 exit bonus. We're at 1224 out of $10,000 for that. So let's see if we can get there. And we have a wonderful $26 donation from non-binary code, a Flygon, a Carrarium, Mario's, Celestices, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, fast fights and heights, cancer bites, and of course, trans rights, less than 3.
I am just getting hit. This boss is really tough. I wish I had practiced this one a bit more, but at the same time, like, there's no way for me to, unless I do this level a bazillion times, to practice this one. But, we're making it work. We're making it work. You all see the theory of what is supposed to happen. It is just really hard.
We have $250 from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you so much. And $25 from Hitman Lionhouse 423. Thank you, FF, for another awesome marathon. We've had a blast and cannot wait for your next event. Shout out to the runners, commentators, hosts, staff, prize donors, and everyone who makes this possible. Thank you again for a great week. Less than 3. And we have crossed $110,000, Quartz.
Let's go!
Let's
you all
go.
rule. That means it's my time to get out of here.
Yeah, we can beat the game now.
Yeah, now we can beat the game.
Thank you for sandbagging for content, by the way. I really appreciate you.
No! Okay, that I could say I was doing it before. I was not, but like that one, I'm mad. This boss is very difficult because the timing on this is that's why I literally had to message Margot about it. I was like, am I conceptualizing this incorrectly, or is it just really hard? She was like, it's just really hard, and I'm like, well, yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah, I call this one the dumbwaiter Reznor, because it's kind of like those old chutes that you would have for dropping laundry or food or whatever in Victorian mansions. But you're doing it with the throw blocks, because, I don't know, I'm not a very nice person sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, okay, there it is. There it is.
Alright, now it's smooth sailing.
Woo!
We've got 2 auto-scrollers and 2 easier-than-that bosses left.
Yeah. The nice part is, we were talking about the kind of ebb and flow of difficulty, is that the final boss is by far the easiest. And you
Literally
will see,
a joke. Literally a joke.
It's awesome. Well, I remember when I played this casually, I was just taking my time with it. You all are gonna see it's going to be quite fast.
I forget if I ever told you this, Court, but the final boss phase for this game was actually modeled after the final set of hits you get on Radiance in Hollow Knight, where you just mash the button.
That's awesome. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fun
love
fact.
that.
That's why you mash the button.
That's awesome. And so this part's always consistent. So I pretty much have a path I know I want to take through here, which is helpful. It's not.
That potentially be a good
adaptive.
time for a donation.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
We've another boss, so go for it.
We have a $50 donation from Nerd Dad. Love watching this even with my daughter who wants to be a speedrunner and be on this event herself someday. See you in 2030, Flame Patel.
I'm in. See you there.
I'm in. I hope to see this happen, please.
Heck
Please,
yeah,
Nerd
let's
Dad,
go.
I believe in you.
Keep going.
We have a $10 anonymous donation. E greater than less than 3. That's the bow. That's the bow.
I gotta see that now. I gotta type it in chat myself after this.
It's pretty good. Just type E greater than less than 3. You'll be surprised, Court.
I'm excited.
We have another $15 donation from Voiced. E greater than less than 3. Anonymous donates $50. Less than 3. I love this chat. You're making me so happy right now. And we have another $50 from Reverend Gumby. Less than 3.
There we go. Nice. I really like that one. That one's fun. There's definitely some faster ways to get through it, but I kind of just take that one as intended. So then we have this last little climbing section. I'm going to get owned here. Oh, nope. Yes, I am.
Speaking of no RNG in this hack that has plenty of RNG, these are Bonefish, everyone's favorite vanilla Mario World sprite. They move completely randomly, which is why sometimes you just die in this room.
This tracks. Now I understand. Yeah, sometimes you're like, the last heart will just be under the platform, and you're like, what? What? No! We're getting there. I guess I am going a bit overestimate, but for context, I injured my wrist yesterday, and I was considering dropping out of this because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. And that was going to make me really sad because not only have I worked really hard on this event, but I wanted to showcase this speedrun. It's my favorite Kaizo game of all time, and Margot is such an amazing creator who deserves to get shown off. And I did a practice run this morning and got through it, and I said if I get through it, I'm going to do it. I just need a little bit more time. And I needed a little bit more time than I thought, but we're going to win, and that's really cool.
We're right there.
Stay winning, Courts.
Stay winning. Yeah, we're getting there. This section can be difficult, and my hands are definitely tired, but it's just a matter of time of getting up here. There's some platforms, and then there is an H up there. So everyone can give a one last big H once I get up. Here we go. H. Here's the final boss. Blink and you'll miss it. Let's go.
Good luck.
And we're out.
And time.
GG's. Well done.
GG, Court. Great run.
My thumb is on fire. But enjoy this beautiful hat music and these credits. Just really happy I got through it. And I love this game. I literally told you all I did cry when I finished it for the first time, just how far I've come in different ways. And this event has definitely been something that's been some ups and downs, but being with everyone here and everyone in the server has just been all ups because it shows what the importance of this event is. And I'm just happy I got to showcase, one of my favorite games made by an amazing woman queer creator. And thank you all so much for donating during this. And hopefully we're going to get to continue, see even more Celeste, another awesome queer game. And thank you all so much. That's pretty much everything from me. Anything else you want to say, Margot?
Thanks for showing this off, Court, and thanks for having me on.
Of course. Play all of Margot's games. They're really wonderful.
Play the new one I made with a good friend of our community, Maddie, allegedly. It's really, really good. She did a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's everything from me. Let's keep going and, raising more and more money for Malala Fund. Thank you all so much.
Thanks again to Court for that wonderful, wonderful run. And, I know frozenflygone is going to be in chat later today, watching and supporting the events. And, give her, whenever you see her, give her an E greater than less than 3 so she can see that wonderful, wonderful emotes of the bow. It's so good. Like, I saw it and I was like, how did I not think of this? It's just so incredible. Reminder, everybody, we are just $17,000 away from hitting the milestone incentive to surpass Flame Fatales and unlock the Celeste Celeste Farewell DST run after the Celeste All Cassettes run here. And to help get us there, we've had a number of donations come in. We've had $18 from Bree 12 a.m. frozenflygone and Carrium back-to-back, two very inspiring speedrunners who I look up to very much. Good luck, have fun, less than 3. We have $50 from Spiceopod. So glad Flame Fatales has grown so much. Love the events and keep up the great runs. We have $5 from Connie. GDQ is the best I know, and Flame Fatales is fantastic. Keep up the awesome work. We're going to head into a short break, everybody, but don't go anywhere because more awesome Flame Fatales runs are coming up after this. And welcome back from the break, everybody. As a reminder, every single donation made through this entire Celeste run is going towards that milestone incentive to unlock the other Celeste run after the all cassettes run. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to want to see it, I promise. And all of your donations are going directly to Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. Traditional approaches aren't cutting it. At this moment, nearly 130 million girls are out of school. Even more are in school but not learning. That's why Malala Fund is focused on accelerating progress, challenging systems, policies, and practices so all girls can access 12 years of free, safe, quality education. Inspired by Malala and Ziauddin's activist roots, Malala Fund believes that local educators and advocates provide the greatest insights, innovation, and energy needed to address barriers that keep girls out of school in their communities. Through the Education Champion Network, Malala Fund invests in their work so they can scale their efforts and leverage their collective power to create broader change to make it easier for all girls to learn. Everybody, it has been wonderful to be your host this evening, but we have so much more Flame Fatales coming up, and you're going to be left in the good hands of 3 after I'm gone, so don't you worry. Before we get into the next run, let's hear a quick word from Malala Fund.
Conhecimento é a melhor coisa que a gente pode ter. O meu incentivo é a minha aldeia, a minha comunidade.
This is a video series in which girls from countries around the world are sharing their stories and telling what matters to them.
Hi everyone.
أنا اسمي هدير.
Hi friend, मेरा नाम आकांक्षा है.
This is Roll Call.
Meu nome é Stephanie Ferreira, eu tenho 19 anos. Eu nasci no estado de São Paulo, nasci aqui, na cidade de São Bernardo do Campo. Em 2008 foi o ano que meu pai resolveu voltar para cá, junto comigo e com minha mãe. Eu comecei a estudar no colégio daqui, da aldeia, desde nova. A gente ensina língua indígena, direitos, tudo isso a gente tem na grade da gente. Eu me formei no colégio daqui, né? Formei em técnica em agroecologia, no colégio aqui da aldeia. E o meu maior orgulho é ter na minha matrícula da universidade, que o meu colégio de formação de segundo grau é o colégio da minha aldeia. Atualmente eu estudo enfermagem, né, na Universidade Estadual de Santa Cruz, a UESC. Eu vou para a universidade, mas eu corro diversos perigos. Recentemente a minha família foi novamente alvo de ameaças. Eu já estou a caminho da faculdade, já estou a caminho. Hoje foi meu pai que está me levando. Mas não é todo dia que ele me leva. Sempre tem alguém para me levar, para me trazer. Até porque ele também não pode estar andando tanto, porque ele também foi um dos alvos das ameaças. Tem dia que eu saio de lá da universidade quase de noite. Então tem dia que eu não tenho como eu vir. Tem dia que eu tenho que ficar por lá. E eu sempre tenho que estar vindo com alguém junto comigo. Apesar dos perigos que a gente corre na estrada, na ida e na vinda, é a minha aldeia, é a minha comunidade, é o meu maior incentivo de estudar ela. Cheguei no lugar que eu estudo, na Universidade Estadual de Santa Cruz, tudo muito grande aqui. E muita gente estuda aqui, gente de todo o país estuda por aqui. Bom, aqui é um pouco como é por dentro do campus da universidade. Mas enfim, é puxado, mas é bom, né? A gente está aprendendo então ocupando a mente. E é isso. Cada vez mais os jovens daqui querem estudar, querem um futuro, querem usar a sabedoria como a nossa ferramenta, uma das nossas armas de luta, que é o conhecimento. Foi uma conquista minha, mas vai ser a conquista de mais jovens daqui de dentro. E isso é outra coisa também que me dá bastante orgulho.
I hope that these stories would have inspired you and that you would share it with your friends as well. And please do not forget to subscribe to our channel.
Hello and welcome back, Flame Fatales 2022. My name is Threech. I will be your host through the next couple of runs. We have had such an amazing response from the entire community, raising over $111,000 for Flame Fatales to benefit Malala Fund. That is an incredible amount, and it is all thanks to the generosity and selfless donations from all of you viewers out there. We so appreciate your contributions, and we have a lot more for you to go. So keep them coming. Check out the prizes on our website as well at gamesdonequick.com. I was looking through those over our break. There's some cool stuff in there. There's a Wooloo plushie. Now, I don't want to say I'm going after that Wooloo plushie, but let me tell you, you better get your donations in, or that's coming to my house. We are looking to meet our milestone of about $127,000 that total from the last Flame Fatales event. And if we can make that, we are going to see our Celeste farewell DTS run coming up. So make sure you make that happen. We've still got plenty of time, but not too much time. So we've got until the end of the Celeste run coming up by Carrarium to make that happen. So folks, get your donations in. Now is the time. That is helped in part by donations like the $55 that Marissa sent in. Thank you so much, Marissa, for that donation. We had as well a $100 donation from Garby. Thank you so much for your generosity. A $50 donation from Clint M with no comment all, but thank you so much again for those donations. We got a $10 donation from Anonymous. And we have a $10 donation from Boot as well. Thank you very much, everyone, including Kay, who sends in $15 with no comment, but we do appreciate it. And don't forget, all of these donations go toward making that milestone incentive happen. Folks, I know you're more than capable. I know you can do this, and we want to raise as much money as we can for Malala Fund. It is absolutely championing a great cause. Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. With more than 130 million girls out of school today, Malala Fund partners with education advocates and activists who are breaking down barriers that hold girls back. So every donation that you send in benefits that phenomenal cause. We got a $25 donation from Mad Ewok Herd with no comment, but thank you very much. Get a $25 donation as well from Nathan Collins with no comment. Thank you so much for your generosity as well. Heffy42 sends in $25 with no comment. Thank you for that donation. We've got a $100 donation from Chris with no comment. Thank you very much. Ramurai sends in $50 and says, "Thanks for all you're doing for a great cause. Love you all, and trans rights are human rights. Less than 3. Anonymous sends in $25 with no comment. Thank you so much for that. And with that, we are ready to bring you Celeste All Cassettes run by Carrarium. I'm so excited for this run, and I hope you all are too. So Carrarium, take it away.